Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Meghan Reistad.
And I'm Mike Kirkhoff. A high wind warning remains in effect until 9 this morning for southeast Wisconsin.
We're bringing you live team coverage this morning on this windy day. Michael Schlesinger, he's live in downtown Milwaukee with the latest on the wind conditions. Kim Shine is also live with more on how the city is prepared for any storm damage we might see.
But first, we go to meteorologist Justin Thompson, who has more on this wind warning. Justin.
Yeah, that high wind warning, as you mentioned, in effect for another 4 hours.
Continuing with our team coverage this morning, as Justin mentioned, the high wind warning is in effect until 9 a.m. We're checking back in with Michael Schlesinger. He's live in downtown Milwaukee with the latest on the severe weather and storm damage. Michael, what are you seeing out there?
The weather system swept across the middle of the country yesterday, and that brought tornadoes and destructive wind gusts.
Meanwhile, Kentucky is facing a long road ahead in its cleanup from last week's tornadoes. President Biden visited some of the hardest hit areas. CBS's Courtney Keeley has the latest. In other news, the deadly Christmas parade attack in Waukesha continues seeing national attention. Yesterday, First Lady Jill Biden and Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff visited Wisconsin. They visited the memorial in Waukesha honoring parade victims.
They continue to shine in every soul who loved them. May their memories bring you joy.
Following the visit to the parade memorial, Dr. Biden met with families of parade victims. She honored each parade victim individually, listing qualities that made them special, at times quoting scripture. In addition to the victims, Dr. Biden paid tribute to first responders that helped the wounded that night and the entire area that she says wrapped their arms around victims. Then Dr. Biden closed by looking to the future and the strength of the community.
The grannies keep dancing. The high school band keeps marching, and Waukesha is lit up in blue. That is the antidote to the darkness.
Dr. Biden didn't take any questions after her remarks. A White House official says they wanted to get to the airport as soon as possible to beat any severe weather in the area. This morning, Milwaukee's mayor is one step closer to a new job overseas. Yesterday, a Senate committee voted to confirm Tom Barrett's appointment to the ambassador post in Luxembourg. But the final decision will be made when the full Senate votes on the floor. If that happens, Common Council President Cavalier Johnson will take over as interim mayor of Milwaukee. Still ahead, the Waukesha parade continues, bringing people together, even lawmakers. Why they say bail reform needs to happen in Wisconsin. Attorney General Josh Kaul says he supports Republican lawmakers' call for bail reform in Wisconsin.
Some lawmakers want to make it more difficult for criminals to recommit crimes after posting bail. CBS 58's Capitol correspondent Emily Fannin has more about what the AG had to say. Time right now, 5:15. I'm sure a lot of people heard that wind overnight, Justin.
Yeah.
And if anyone stepped outside or had their window open for some reason last night, I guess it was pretty warm.
Who would do that?
You probably smelled smoke.
Yeah, which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I walked outside and then I literally did like a loop around my street because I thought that maybe a house was on fire. Turns out that's from some wildfires out in the Kansas area. And with all this whipping wind that we've had today and yesterday, yeah, we're smelling that smoke. So if you smell that right now, don't worry. It's probably not a fire in your neighborhood, but just kind of crazy with all the crazy wind that we've had.
There's nothing quite like a Midwesterner's love for Quick Trip, but one Wisconsin woman might have everyone beat. Still ahead, why she's been named a Quick Trip girl. It is 5:25 right now on our Thursday morning. We're getting a check of our forecast. Justin, everyone's talking about the wind today. Yesterday, It was how warm it was.
Yeah, it was insanely warm.
New this morning, how many Quick Trips have you been to? Whatever the number is, one Onalaska woman probably has you beat.
Cassandra Berger has been nicknamed the Quick Trip Girl after visiting 457 locations in 1 year.
I love hearing what other people like about Quick Trip and why they come here.
Berger was rightfully nicknamed the Quick Trip Girl because she is obsessed. She says every time she walks into a location, she chats it up with some of the store's employees and even the guests. But her love for the gas station chain doesn't stop there. Berger says she also has a YouTube channel in partnership with Quick Trip now. And if you were wondering, the most locations Berger has ever visited in 1 day is 52 in 1 day.
What? All right, good for her. That's her thing. Farmers in Sheboygan County rally to help one of their own who got sick with COVID. Ahead at 5:30, how they came together to harvest his crops.